simple workout to introduce the some of the main things that you do with the spear and the ways they differentiate from a staff, or the main way they differentiate from the staff. Obviously, you can use a staff to practice this. Just think about one side as being the pointy end. So the main way that a spear is used, this is obvious, is that you use it more for straight thrusting. In Chinese Kung Fu, they call this to pierce or to thrust motion with the spear, chop. So that's kind of the name of it, and we're going to build up to 3 different movements that make the foundation of spear training. But first we're going to just start with a two-handed thrust or chop. We're going to start in a horse stance. Your hand is on the spear, or both hands are on the spear. Bottom hand is, or extended hand is palm up. Back hand is palm down. You're going to start in a horse stance so we can get our leg workout. Just go ahead and come into a low horse stance. And then you're going to push forward into a bow stance as you drive the back hand forward and thrust forward with the spear, sliding through the other hand but keeping the hand on it. And then you pull back to a horse stance to settle back down into your starting position, and then thrust back out again. So we're going to do that 10 times. You lead with the pushing the back foot into the ground. You turn, you extend the arm straight, just as if you were doing a backhand vertical punch. Again, we keep the shoulder plugged down into the body. We try not to round through the torso too much. Keep the torso straight and connected. So try that a few times. Back to horse, chop, pull back. Let's do this 10 times. 1, horse stance. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Other side. Start in a horse stance. Just try it slowly a few times. Push from the back foot to turn the hips forward in a bow stance as you bring the hands together in a two-handed thrust. And then pull back into a horse stance, pulling back into our original hand position. Let's do this 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right? Once you've got the two-handed thrust down, then you can do the one-handed thrust. This is done by bringing the other hand up like it's blocking the head. So you're turning through the torso. It's one motion to bring the hand up by the head and thrust forward. Obviously, this one-handed chop requires more wrist strength, and so that you can be more accurate, you have to have control of this spear all the way out. So we're only thrusting with one hand this time. If this is too much, just go back to the two-handed thrust. Otherwise, the motion is pretty much the same. From the hip, the hand drives straight out as the other hand just comes up into a blocking position, and then back down, putting the hand underneath the spear. Let's do this 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. So remember, we need to be visualizing an opponent, thinking about a target to make sure that we're accurately pushing the spear out so that you're not just throwing your energy anywhere out into this big space. We want to make sure we're directing our energy through the arm, through the spear, into a specific target. So you have to visualize something for that. Horse stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, shake that out. So, the most basic sequence of moves that you see in the spear, now that you have the cha down, is the la, na, cha, it's called. La means to block or to entangle. Cha means to cover or to seize, and then you do the cha. So think about if someone were thrusting toward me with the spear, I block it, I come over on top of it, kind of entangling it or seizing it, and then I thrust into the person. That way I've kept them from striking me, I strike their spear or whatever it is so that they can't continue to strike toward me, and then I strike toward that person. So it's called la, na, cha. Here's how you do it standing still. You draw a circle counterclockwise. Say it starts at 12 o'clock. You go around the clock to 6 o'clock. So you're drawing a circle by bringing the hand up toward the head. Front hand stays still. Back hand comes up toward the head, and you can see the spear, the front of the spear circles around from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. That's for the block, the lock. So you can try that a few times. Head comes up, hand turns over by the head. Front hand stays still, and I rotate the spear around 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And then back down, 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and then from 6 to 12. Counterclockwise, and then clockwise. So that's the lock. The second part is to seize or entangle their spear. And so you can think of that as comes after la, so you block down, then you come back up and hit down. So just think, I go counterclockwise, 12 to 6. I drop this back hand again, I come back up clockwise to 12 o'clock, and I hit down, usually into like a horse stance, and then I thrust forward into cha. So it's la, na, cha. Circle down to block, hand comes back around and hits down for na, to seize, and then cha, I thrust. The way we typically do this in the forms is monkey stance, or sometimes it's also a cross behind stance, but for today, we're just going to do monkey, horse, bow. La, na, cha. So think of something thrusting near me, I scoot back, la. I hit down on the top of their weapon, na, and then thrust into them, cha. So we're going to do that 10 times on each side. So monkey, this is 1, na, cha. All right, 9 more times. 2, la, na, cha. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. Practice a few times. Obviously now, as the hand comes up, the point of the spear is going the opposite direction, clockwise. Back down on for the seize, for the na, and then into the thrust. If it's still complicated, on your dominant hand, just only do it on the dominant side, and then build up to your weak side. 10 of these. Monkey, horse, bow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so first getting the two-handed chop, then the single-handed chop, and then the la na cha together. This forms the basis of spear fighting. You see this in every spear form, and you even see it in a brown belt staff form that kind of acts as a prep form for the spear. You can do this workout with a staff, no problem. You don't necessarily need a spear. Just make sure you understand which side is the point. And you can work this into your staff training, you know, doing the different swings, and then coming into the horse and thrusting.